They just passed a law that within 100 miles of the United States border, doesn't matter what state you're in, your laptop or any mobile device
Michigan's blanketed.
Is subject to search by the federal government.
Yeah, Michigan's blanketed.
No warrant required.
And it's
within 100 miles of any border.
It's like 75% of the population. Awesome. Michigan is completely engulfed.
Michigan is engulfed because we're a border state.
Yeah, because we're surrounded by the border.
Yeah, you'd have to move to like Oklahoma to be safe.
I mean, I'm not going to get so far to like go crazy. Like we talk about conspiracy theories all the time.
Right.
I'm not going to get so far as like talk about like FEMA camps and all that crap. But I'm just wondering, like, they're not stopping anything. We don't know what they're doing. Like. There's got to be, and again, what's the GD end game? Is that the topic of today? What's the I don't know what's the end game? Google, the NSA, they're not stopping anything. If they would say like, hey, press release, we just stopped 2 terrorists sitting out in Montana from bombing the...
Nah, that's not true, because when all this nonsense from Snowden broke, one of the things that they came back with was, okay, look, no, we don't issue press releases about it, but here's the 11 attacks that we stopped because of the data we were collecting.
Oh, yeah, I mean, no SEAL team member is going to tell you how many terrorist plots that they foiled between September 11th and now.
Right.
I mean, it's upwards of probably hundreds.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you'll never hear about them.
Well, and there's more that I want to yak about that when we come back from the break. Just talking about Russia and Sochi and everything else that's going on. So, yeah.
Russia? This isn't Russia. This is the IT Show.
We'll be right back.
Been in a cockpit before?
No, sir. I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
This is the IT in the D, only on rawradiox.com.
And we are back. Segment 4 of the IT in the D Show, episode 27. It's freezing outside. Is that the title of the show?
What's the point?
What's the point of the show?
What's the end game?
What's the end game?
What do you do
What do
here?
they do with the information?
Who owns the information? Why are you here?
We have people skills.
This is Bob the Sales Guy. As always, we're here with Dave the Geek, Jeff the Voice of Reason. We got K-Hub in the house, hanging out with us, drinking our beer, eating our pizza, and we love you.
It's the way it's done.
Exactly.
Would you like another slice?
No, it seems like we had stupid people was the last show. This one is like, why are you here? Like, what are you doing?
So here's my next overarching question: is the whole is it really worth it to go to big events? So you've got the Olympics coming up in Sochi.
Right.
Where you've got
they've already been threatened, right?
Oh God, yeah, the whole Black Widows thing.
World Cup in Brazil.
Didn't they riot before the game even started?
Well, Brazil is I don't know 5-6 episodes ago we were talking about
it was where the military landed
military helicopters in before the game even started.
I'll send you a text of the stuff going on in Brazil for the World Cup. They're basically saying if you're on the beach, they have like 300-400 people will storm the beach and basically take all your crap and run away. Like there's like
is that like
organized?
So it's a flash rob.
It's a flash rob. Right. Have you been watching Shameless? By the way, have you been watching Shameless? God, I hate flash mobs so much. It's one of the dumbest things in society.
The DSO just did that to IKEA or something like that, didn't they?
Oh God, stop! I saw it. I didn't want to click on it, but like in Shameless, they're like the flash mob is like at a certain point, like everybody's clock goes off and everybody stops for like a minute, and then they
pretend like they're a statue.
That's outstanding. So you've got the Olympics in Sochi, where you've got the Black Widows from Chechnya and all that fun stuff, where they're basically saying they're going to bomb the hell out of it.
Right.
So and then you've got
I'm not going to leave my house.
Well, we've moved 2 carriers into the Black Sea. We've got troops galore ready to go at a moment's notice to go pull our athletes at.
No, I'm serious.
Really?
Like southwest Russia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And planes fly. And then you've got...
I was just in a plane. I understand.
And then you've got... So, like, the whole thing with the Super Bowl this weekend. So, you've got... First off, whatever moron decided it was going to be an awesome idea to put the Super Bowl on the East Coast in January in an open air stadium is a moron.
If I'm going to pay $500,000 for a ticket.
But you don't have to. So here's
better be
so
heated.
here's the flip side of it. So now you've got they're talking about all the temporary air quotes
cameras,
security cameras that they're throwing around, all of the facial recognition software that they're installing all over the place.
Once that stuff's installed, it's never coming out.
Yeah, it's a temporary it's a temporary tax hike.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly.
And then you've got
no sodas over 16 ounces. I heard at the stadium.
You can't tailgate.
What?
You cannot tailgate.
They don't have designated tailgate.
Ruining the Super Bowl.
And if New
York is ruining everything.
Well, and there's only so they're basically taking up like a half of the parking lot with all of the Super Bowl.
The broadcasting
and crap and all that kind of stuff. So there's very limited parking.
Nobody has a car in camp.
Even better, then you have to park in remote lots, paying what, $60, $80, $100 to park. You can't just walk up to the stadium.
That's because it's negative 35 degrees out?
No, you have to take one of the pre-approved, pre-screened shuttles to get you there at $51 a pop. But now you've got ticket prices are plummeting. So ticket prices last week
I did hear that
were $3,000 a pop. Now they're down below $1,500. How pissed off are people that had spent $3,000 on their tickets and now they're basically half price? So I mean, it's that whole, is it worth it to go to like a big
when it gets to
large event anymore?
No. I stopped 10 years ago going to like see Sting at the Palace. I would much rather go see like Ministry at St. Andrews or like Psychedelic Furs
more intimate crowd.
Yeah, right. Majestic. Yeah. I stopped going to those big concerts a long time ago, and I don't get like we're gonna go see like here's 200,000 people.
I might be on TV.
I don't even care.
Right.
Well, and dude, half the
I go to one football game a year.
75% of the people in the stands for the Super Bowl do not care about football.
Not at all.
It's the corporate sponsors. It's the all the corporate
it's
seats.
It's the friends of friends of friends.
It's the lower bowl of the Joe.
It's the vice president.
Exactly.
No, it's the vice president of every company that I ever. I remember one of my the vice president, one of the partners that I used to call, and so he's going with like the number 3 executive at HP. He's like, "What are you doing next weekend?" "Oh, me and Frank Roush are going to the Super Bowl." I'm like, "Oh, rough life." And those are the people that go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And they're not sitting in an open air seat. They're going to be sitting up in a suite somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. But I stopped going to big events a lot. DEMF, I like techno. I'm not going.
You know what? Like
you don't. There's nowhere to pee. Like,
I've been to a stand.
Where do you poop?
I know.
Where do you poop? Yeah, Bob 101. Where do I poop?
And now they charge you. You didn't used to have to pay to go to.
Yeah, we used to go to the free all the time.
Yeah,
hipster.
Driving the cost up on everything. Damn it.
Well, no. So
Damn
you know what? Yeah, I've been to a Stanley Cup final. I saw that. I mean, I've been to concerts. It's not worth it. I keep venting about movie theaters.
It's work.
I can't stand. Like, why do I want to go deal with other people in a movie theater?
Did you go to a Michigan football game?
No.
You come out at row 77. We were row 22. They're bleacher seats, and they're packed.
Yeah, and you get like what, 14 inches for your ass?
Me and Big Mark are sitting next to each other. And
how'd that work?
There's a guy.
Were you actually sitting?
Yeah, we had to like. I don't know how
to claim your part of the bench.
Oh yeah, no, we got it on first just to like. But there's like guys
you were on
around your head. They're that. So thank God we didn't drink because you ain't getting up to pee.
That's why
you're not going nowhere.
That's why I didn't understand the whole Winter Classic thing. Like I get it, and there's all the
You couldn't have paid me enough money to sit in that stand. I was watching it on TV.
minus 20 degrees in a blizzard.
Yeah,
I get to see it.
How many times did they have to shovel the ice?
Like every
10 minutes?
time the whistle blew.
Right. I get to see it on a 60-inch on a leather couch with a bathroom 10 feet away.
And I can hit pause.
And a coffee machine. Exactly. I think that's ruining the movie. Because you know how much it costs to take my family to the movies?
Exactly.
$70.
That's my point. Why bother?
70 stinking. I won't go anymore. I told Bo, I'm like, only the RoboCop, the new one's going to get me to go to the movies. Nothing else is going to get me to go.
You want to see RoboCop?
Absolutely.
Of all the movies coming out.
Oh, absolutely. I want to be first in line. I want to go to the midnight show.
See, I thought Ender's Game was going to be the one that got me off the couch. And I didn't go. Well, and there's another good. So, so you got, remakes and sequels and all that stuff. So you got RoboCop coming out.
Oh, my God.
The
list is never ending, unfortunately.
Yeah. So Naked Gun 4 is coming out.
He's dead.
Leslie Nielsen's dead. The franchise should die with him.
Right.
Kind of like Blues Brothers.
Isn't the other guy in jail?
Yeah.
Maybe he did Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd. That was good.
Yeah, that's
but that
true.
was okay. But Dragnet, new cast. There hadn't been a previous Dragnet movie.
Yeah, but there was
And
a
it had-
Dragnet show.
Yeah, but 40 years earlier.
Who are they using for Naked Gun? Ed, what's his name from The
Ed
Office?
Burns,
Yeah.
Ed Helms.
Helms, yeah.
Yeah, who's also apparently playing the part of Rusty in National Lampoon
Get
Vacation
out.
2.
Wait, that's legit.
yeah.
That's a real thing.
Come on.
So I said Ed
I thought
Helms
they could have
must
a
die.
ginger. Don't they have to have a ginger for that role?
Ed Helms must die. Why? Anthony Michael Hall was the first Rusty.
Oh, yeah, he was blonde. How many adult? Oh, you know what? The guy from Homeland. That's like the only adult ginger I know. The rest of them, they don't. Malachi. Is he Malachi still around?
I don't know. And then you've got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 3 on its way.
I thought you were kidding. when
Did you
put
tell
this
me they were
down.
going to redo Weird Science too?
Yeah, that
Ooh.
they're in talks for that as well.
No.
I just watched that a couple weeks ago on
It's a
Netflix.
fantastic
I'm not gonna
movie.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. Total Recall and Judge Dredd. I kind of.
Total Recall was horrible.
I like Judge Dredd.
Horrible.
Judge Dredd was good.
My opinion of Total Recall. That's how I think RoboCop's going to be. That unfortunately, I think
It's the
just gonna
same.
be-
It's gonna be the same movie.
yeah, exactly.
Judge Dredd was good. The new one. I don't care. I liked it.
Didn't they just call it like Dread? Or
Yeah,
something?
wasn't it just Dread?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah. Anyway,
I liked it, but I like Total Recall, the new one. I don't care. It's a movie. Like
It's like
I'm
you're
not
confessing to
No,
bad
I'm not.
porn liking or something.
It's
here.
like I don't need to be enlightened. I need to watch a movie. Like why can't I just? Why can't I just like? I don't need to like dissertate the nuances. I just want to just watch a movie. Like it's not.
You don't have to, dude. I go. With
speaking
you
of
to
theaters,
wrestling. You don't
speaking
have
of
to
theaters, you know,
rationalize this
you know
to
what
me.
spoiled me is those whole Imagine theaters. Walking in there and getting those special seats with the 32-ounce beer.
Yeah, and being able to get a beer. Yeah,
That's the if you have to go to a theater, that's
Right.
the only way to do it.
But
It's
even
the only way they're going to
that-
make money these days.
Well, but
absolutely.
But even
Absolutely.
then, you still have to like literally. The last time I was in a theater, we've talked about this before, was that Will Smith "I Am Legend" movie.
right.
It always sucks.
Oh, absolutely, it did because it destroyed the book. But
I don't read.
what? Yeah, what else is new? But what killed that movie is the row of 12-year-olds behind me.
Yeah, kicking your seat.
Yeah, that literally, like 10 minutes in the movie, I turn around and the worst part, their parents at the end of our row that
Right.
weren't paying attention to them at all. And I'm like, look, kids, two things. One, I hate you for what's about to come out of my mouth. But two, knock it the hell off.
Right.
Ridiculous. I mean, like, that's why have to deal with
Get
that?
off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, you damn kids.
I'm embarrassed to be your friend after yelling at kids. What's wrong with you?
It's coming from the same guy that paid $20 for a couple of kids to watch receipts for the Star Wars film
you're
back
like
in the day.
You're like the psycho neighbors in my neighborhood that yell out their window. You're playing in the fountain, you kid.
No, because they're not having any direct negative impact on my life if they're playing in the fountain.
I side with Dave on this. I yell at other people's kids all the time.
Oh, you guys.
Well,
are
if they're
bad-
misbehaving.
you're bad
If
people.
they're acting like assholes, they will be treated as such.
Don't make me parent your children. That's the
Exactly.
general rule.
See, I yell at the parents.
If they're around, yes.
Right. That's the whole point.
See, I went through this weekend, Magdalena's soccer game, and it's so cute. They're like 7 years old, and you can't get mad at a 7-year-old soccer game. But like, there's one kid on there that should have been like.
Have you seen some of the militant parents?
Yeah, I know. There's like no, they were losing like 6-0. The team was like they had the one kid that was like should have been on the 10-year-old team.
Right. Yeah.
And
The
they
ball
put-
hog.
Yeah, and it's
Had the premature growth spurt.
Yeah.
and,
Exactly.
and it's 6-0, and they put her in
Checking
goal
ID.
so she wouldn't score anymore.
Exactly.
So what does she do every time she gets the ball? She would run it out and go end to end and try to score again.
Even though
And
she's the goalie?
Even though she's the goalie, and the coach didn't do anything. And I'm just like, me and the one dad were like, you know what? I never wrote a letter before. I'm so writing a letter. And like,
Bob,
Stop
you
and
have
write a letter.
You have two written letters.
I know,
I've been privy to them.
just a Cracker Barrel. That's one.
And Roosevelt's.
Didn't you get a pair of new sunglasses?
What did I
on one
write
of
to
them?
Roosevelt's?
That their sandwich put you on the toilet for
Oh,
3
that's
days.
right. I did write that. They never responded. No, that was a sandwich from hell, served by the devil in the flesh. And I wrote a
I thought
letter.
that was a Pringles story.
I wrote a letter, and they did not respond. I was like, "You sons of!" At least tell me you thought it was funny. Like, I don't want any coupons, whatever you call them.
Coupons.
House.
So coupons discount. I'll segue into something that we were talking about last week. So did you hear CES, the new 3D printer that's coming out at $499?
Ooh, we can get a discount. How big is it?
Yeah, that's a question. How big is it?